Hi there, and welcome to our sixth call. This has been an incredible experience for me, this Journey Method Online. I'm feeling that for many people, it has also been very life-changing. So huge gratitude for the depth of work and the willingness of people to be vulnerable and to share, because it's been absolutely beautifully contagious. The Facebook posts, the friendships that have been built, the sense of community that this forum naturally co-creates is due to the willingness of the participants and the support of the coaches. So huge, huge gratitude for everyone seriously rolling up their sleeves and diving in to this messy, beautiful, fabulously overwhelming thing called life. So welcome to our sixth call on advanced skills, and actually it's a celebration call too. And there's a fair bit of material to cover. So I will remind myself to speak slowly. You may want to watch the replay even if you're on the live call. There's a lot of information to share and a lot to be grateful for. So first off, the skills that you learn at the Journey Intensive, which is now a 3-day program, which includes the advanced skills. The advanced skills, when I first learned them back in 2007, I was so grateful and they were so helpful to me, because I went into that program vibrating with terror. And by the time the 3rd day rolled around and I was taught some skills that helped me move beyond my terror, beyond my fears, it made the difference for me from staying stuck as opposed to being able to catch myself on my games and make the conscious choice to stop those games as best as I knew, and to try these techniques so that I was willing to heal. And I, at some point, got it that it was an inside job. Something in me went, Bet, you know what? No more looking outside of yourself for solutions to issues that I knew that I was the co-creator of within my own life. And these 6 main skills are, sometimes they can feel a little affronting, but truly all of this work is designed to, with an embrace of love, to ask of you to let go of your story, to let go of the pain, to heal so that you can be as happy in life as you possibly can. The 6 main skills, inside, outside. Now, we've given a little bit of information, and they're all meant to be used at a campfire. So hopefully you've had a little bit of an opportunity to practice some of this, but really at an emotional journey process or within a physical journey process, when you get to the campfire, this is where these skills are phenomenal. So inside, outside, and outside, inside, the gist of that is that you have a chance to step inside the body and being of someone else and feel what it's like to have been them, just as they have an opportunity to step inside you and feel what it's like to be you. And what I've learned from both, it doesn't matter if you start inside, outside, outside, inside, it's just doesn't matter. What I've learned is to be more empathetic, to be compassionate, to change my perspective on what I think I remembered and experienced in a memory, in an event. So with this compassion and empathy, what it does is it softens my self-righteousness, my you're wrong, I'm right, I'm blaming, I'm the innocent. It kind of shook that little foundational, I thought, truth and showed me that, you know what, people truly are doing the best job they can. And we may or may not appreciate where they're at in life, and possibly they don't really appreciate all the time where we're at in life. So this coming together and being compassionate and empathetic and stepping into their shoes for even just a couple of minutes really does loosen the stronghold we have on never forgiving. Because remember, ultimately, forgiveness is truly the gateway through which this freedom can be experienced, because you're no longer dragging this pain through you through your life. So that's the gist of inside, outside, and outside, inside. The sweep clean is really, like, I always picture like a tornado, and it's like, you know, get this stuff out of me. It's my mentors that are going to help and just take away any of these pains, these old events that don't serve me anymore. And often what I'll do is I'll ask the players that have been a party of my life where these memories have been created, and ask them too to take these these I don't know if they're unhealthy beliefs, if they're stored traumas, if they're events, and I just sweep clean all the cells of my body, absolutely send that energy up to the universe and be done with it. And it leaves space for spaciousness. It leaves room for a different perception. It allows energies, the ones that are more healing, to flow through. It releases those stuck, more corrosive and toxic energies. So sweep clean is fabulous, and be as creative as you want. And I throw all that junk into the fire. I send all that stuff up into the universe. I want it out of me. A cord cut. The intent of a cord cut is to allow the energy between you and another formed in a painful bond to be severed, so that those energies are no longer draining each other, and you send love and forgiveness to the tip of the cut that you receive back into your body and being, and into the cut end of theirs. The idea is you are no longer willing to stay attached to somebody, to an event, to a memory from a pained place. And you're going to cut that energy. You're going to fill up with, something that's much more healthy, more inspiring, and more empowered, so that you're free and you set them free. And it's amazing how, you can feel so much lighter once you've let go and you've cut those negative ties. We're not asking you to cut the love. We're just asking you to let go of the pain. Cut those two cords. And what we physically do is move our hand. We move our hand through the energy fields, and it does make a difference. Sometimes I walk around just going like, okay, I'm done with that. So just cut the cord. Send love, send forgiveness, and heal. A karma mentor. I don't know what your belief system is. I don't know if we live more than one lifetime. I like the idea. And so even if it's just this live stream, whatever lessons I have been taught, they have a gift embedded in them if I'm willing to stay wide open and learn that lesson. And so the karma for me is to reflect on my life and see where the hiccups have been, where the struggles have been, and to learn from that so that I can stop an unhealthy pattern, so that I can choose a different path, a different choice, so that the karma of that teaching has become part of who I am and how I feel, so that my choices become way more conscious and healthy. And then the Academy Award. If, like I said, I think in the video, if life is a stage and we are players on this stage, and you've met some people that have been some really good teachers and perhaps painful lessons, then if you were to give them an award, if this was Hollywood and you were to say, you know what, you have been the best blank in my life, then with some humor and some truth and hopefully a lot of humility, you can offer this metaphoric award to someone and thank them for being one heck of a good teacher. And then you, of course, have been a player in the same dynamic, so you also receive an award for being the best, whatever you've been. Those are the 6 mini skills that you put into the campfire. And I often use it when someone gets stuck. If someone says, nope, I'm not going to forgive, I go, okay, so would you be willing to step into the body and being of that person and see what it was like to be them? And with resource balloons, and we're going to post another document up in the resource library. I believe it's going to go there. Anyway, it's the advanced skills notes, take-home notes, and it's more than just the 6 extra mini processes. There's a bunch of other information there. I've kind of snuck all those other little ones in over the 6 weeks ahead of schedule, just because they're so you have to share them. So you'll see, resource balloons. You'll see how to. There's a lot. I'm not going to get into the list because there's lots more to cover. Very valuable. Use those skills not just at the campfire. If you feel that they fit somewhere else in the script, sometimes that's all somebody needs. By doing the Journey Method online, you have now, once you've graduated, permission to offer free processes to family and friends. And maybe you have a family member who's stuck somewhere in their story, and you could just offer them in conversation. Just say, "Would you like to cut the cord to that story now?" So it doesn't have to be a full-blown process. It can be just some little conversation where you acknowledge that someone or yourself may be holding back on stepping forward. So make sure that you use these skills as often as you can, and then they start to become part of your vocabulary. They become part of your way of being, and they will undoubtedly advance you beyond your stuckness. Okay? So what we wanted to cover and what we wanted to celebrate with you is, this has been, from my view, a beautiful gathering of over 200 willing participants who something brought you to the program. Something in life, someone said something, I don't know. Somehow you signed up, and here we are. And to celebrate that choice, and the choice is for us individually to own and take action in support of our own healing. And so kudos to everybody who has decided that they deserve and want to lead and live a happier life. And, this modality, the journey method, is probably, in my experiences so far, the most effective way of me taking control of my behaviors, of my beliefs, to celebrate my emotions. And you, as a group, have been unbelievably stellar in exemplifying how to take a global community and make it feel like it's in everyone's living room, in their personal space, in such a beautiful and honoring way. So massive gratitude to everyone for taking that risk and reaping the benefits. Because you read the Facebook posts, and I'm just like, I am so happy for everybody. I'm so happy that this program is so effective in reaching someone across the globe and somehow reaching their true self and the courage to be able to share that so that other people go, wow, this is possible. And those of you who really rolled up your sleeves, you helped set the tone. You helped make this program what it has. Again, more gratitude. To be able to get certified for this program, you need to have gone through the program and at least exchanged the emotional process and the physical process both ways. And there's a checklist, and if you go to the membership site at the end of the Advanced Skills Week, where it says finish, there's a link, and this will, I think, be posted, and you'll be able to access this, and you can just go and search for it yourself. There, it's gotta love. Thanks, Mariam. You can find out what it is going to take for you to be able to become a certified Journey Method Online grad, which is the equivalent to a Journey Intensive grad. So when you have completed both the emotional process and the physical process, what that does is it tells the next advanced course seminar people, especially the presenter and the trainers, that you are prepared and able to share process work with the other delegates in the room. So what that does then is it gives you certification for this base, foundational course, which then springboards you, if you choose to go on to other more advanced seminars all over the world. The community that we've created only gets bigger and better. It just shows you how effective and what kind of a thirst there is for healing to happen. And there's people within the Journey family that I have to say I know more genuinely than I know in my birth family, because this is a no holds barred environment in which we've chosen to live. So Journey grad status would also then give you the ability to join a Journey swap within your community that has been possibly already created by the Journey grads, which then gives you more support. And if there's anything that this program has offered, I feel everybody, is incredible amounts of support. We've had support, more support, and support. You get instant, feedback from people. You get people's personal experiences. So to stay in the energy and to keep yourself current in your own life's healing, join one of the Journey Intensive Swap groups, the grad groups. It's immeasurably invaluable. So, I can't recommend that enough. Stay current in this. Because if you don't find yourself in some kind of a supportive group, then often it will fade away. This work needs to be lived. This is, for me, not something I, went to the course and I put the book on the shelf and said, "Yep, thanks, I got it." That's not been my experience. I need to, I brush my teeth with it. I sleep and I dream and I walk and I run through the trails and I do this work and in conscious conversation. There's just so many ways in which you can stay current in this so that this becomes a natural part of your being, your responses, your thinking. Because not only can you join once you're a grad from the Journey Method Online program, there are major programs that the Journey offers in support of deeper healing. There's the personal track and there's the Journey practitioner track. So there's just so many ways in which you can stay current and continue if this modality has spoken to your heart. And it feels that this group has definitely, benefited from what Brandon and Kevin have beautifully shared and created. So there's another thing that we want to remind you of is when you first signed up, coaching calls were a part of the package. And we were able to make this, the Journey Method Online, at the price that it was because it was kind of like not our pilot project so much because we've done this 5 years, but this is the first time we've offered this as a Journey Intensive equivalent. And so part of that gifting was also a free 40-minute coaching call. Now, please take the time to do this. What that does for you is you're going to do your second assessment at the end of the program. And there's nothing better than looking at where you were at, I think it's now almost 8 weeks ago, and seeing the growth and then looking at your assessment and going, wow. And the coach wants to celebrate this with you. So you're going to get on the call. You have to please check the time zones because a couple of people that I've got signed up with me are, I don't think they know this, but they're going to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning their time. So be very careful when you pick your slot that the time zones work. But follow the link, ask for the coach that you would like to work with and set a time. And then bring to the call your 2 assessments. And the coach will also have access to your assessments so that you can together look at the growth and celebrate that growth. And then if there's a desire to continue doing more work within the journey, then there will be something offered to you in the way of a 2 to 3 hour session, which will be a paid session, to do a designer process and to look at what are the next steps most in alignment with what you would like. So make sure that you take this opportunity to sit with a coach for 40 minutes. It's going to be on Skype or on the phone if you're within distance, and really explore what the next steps for you might be. When I started this, I had no clue. I had not a clue that I would be doing what I'm doing right now. I had not even, I didn't even know to dream of it, to be honest. And I did know that I wanted more. I knew that I wasn't finished. And if you have that sense, then listen to that call, listen to that inner wisdom, because logically, it didn't make any sense to me. It was like, and my gut kept going, "Bat, pay attention," and my head was going, and so instead of listening to this, I listened to my gut. I'm very grateful that I listened to my gut. I'm really grateful that I had people along the way saying, "You know what? There's more available if you'd like, and if you don't, great. But if you do, this just keeps on morphing." I mean, I've been engaged with this company now for, almost 10 years, and we just created more stuff yesterday. So it is a very organic and it is a very present to the now set of skills that are foundationally healing and are fluid. So yeah, I can't recommend enough just to take the time and have that call with your coach. And it is time sensitive too. So we're doing it over a period of time, and make sure you lock in a call so that you can, reap that benefit. The Coming Home community on Facebook, again, there's so much support there. There is a variety of participants coming with their own wisdom. They've been through either the Journey Practitioners Program, they've been through the Visionary Leadership Program, maybe they're a Journey Intensive grad, maybe they're a Journey Method Online grad, maybe they're not a grad. What that has done since I've been involved with the Coming Home platform is shown me that the community that gets created uplifts itself by the interactions that are brought forward in that platform. And what we're going to do is we're going to offer every month a theme. And I'm going to host a call once a month. And every week we're going to post, probably Facebook Live, never done that before, some kind of an explanation of the process work that you'll have access to. And to make sure that you feel the support that's there, that you've already downloaded all the material from the Journey Method Online platform, because that is going to expire at the end of January, so that this material that comes fresh onto the Coming Home platform will keep you engaged. The topics are meant to be relevant to life. And again, we're hoping to build this Coming Home platform so that more and more people join, so that this community grows, so that there's a richness of experience. I mean, just watching everybody come on, we've got people, I lost track. I mean, there's, 10 different countries, I think, anyway, just on this tonight's call. So imagine all the different flavors and perspectives and contributions people can make from a global community that will keep us engaged and active. So there will be a fee for it. I mean, there already is a fee for those that are part of the Coming Home that are paying 28.5 euros per month. And if you're already a member, it will auto-renew. And if you're wanting to cancel that, then you just send an email. And the invitation really is to stay in an environment where you get to have the support and the attention to detail and more process work and more clearing. I do feel a lot more gratitude on a regular basis than ever before. And it took a fair bit of clearing on my part to be able to acknowledge and feel and celebrate that gratitude. I had a few layers, mucking up my my lenses. I've always been a happy person. I know that to be true. And I've always been someone who's blamed. And the two got into conflict with each other. And through constantly staying current, I was able to clean my windshield wiper and see and celebrate the beauty of life and to put into perspective the painful times. And it's because of staying current. I really don't believe that I would be able to say what I'm saying if I had not stayed current. So it depends what you want. Depends how happy you want to feel. Depends how much stuff you want to release. Depends if you want to show up in this community in service and uplift other people. Because there's two parts to this. There's, this life called Bet, and then there's this bigger life called humanity. And one way that I choose to be of service is to stay in community so that I can be a part of that change and uplift. Because, not that long ago, I was like more confused than clear. And so it's helpful when someone who is unclear can lean on those that feel a bit of clarity. So, that's something please to seriously consider. We're going to do another Journey Method Online starting February 20th. And if you know of people that would like to join us and you have felt this to be of value, please let them know. It is going to be 297 euros this time. But you know what? The value that we believe has been embedded in this program is, it's priceless. So if you're going to resit Journey Method Online, we're going to offer a resit fee at half price. So something else to consider if you're willing to stay within this community. And the other thing is the bigger picture, the Journey family picture. And I don't know how many people have been through the journey, hundreds of thousands of people, I'm sure. And I know that my experiences, either as a participant, as a presenter, or doing this hosting online, I know that there are places all over the world where I would feel welcome to stay. And I think that's what the journey truly offers. I know Brandon's prayer is to get the journey into every household. And I believe that, I don't know if all, but most households would be doors wide open, that people get it. There's something that resonates at a other than thinking level that says, you know what, you and I, we have stuff in common. Let's sit and have a conscious conversation. Let's celebrate all that life has on offer. Let's be a shoulder for each other. Let's hold each other to a higher healed outcome than perhaps we can see on our own. And that alone, not only do you heal here, but that offers humanity an uplift and a chance to shift away from the pain that it is experiencing. And that is one of my deepest prayers, is to show up in service, to be inspired in that way in which I choose to show, and to make a difference so that, the world spins a little more gently, that when I meet people, I'm more conscious in my communication, that when I mess up, I have the courage and the guts to clean up, and to stay, vulnerable, and to stay wide open, to welcome emotions for the beauty that they are, and to stop coping by shoving it down to the bottom of my toes and thinking that that was a good idea. I choose to continuously evaluate my belief systems, to acknowledge my behaviors, and to align my true emotions. Because, life is too stinking short. There's so much beauty out there. And I'm aware of all the pain, and I cannot wallow in it. It will take me out. And so I'm aware of it, I'm conscious of it, and then I put my focus on how can I make a change? What is it that Bette can do in her lifespan that will be a drop in that ocean, which is, as someone so beautifully shared with me, we are the ocean in a drop. So that's really what's on offer, regardless of, Journey Method Online, regardless of the Coming Home community, regardless of all the different advanced programs that the Journey offers. What's really on offer is freedom. What's truly on offer for all of us is happiness. It is a modality unlike anything I have experienced, because it does ask you to go towards, embrace, be what you're most afraid of, so that you realize that does not own you. Your terror, your fear, your beliefs, your games, your stories do not define you. And once I realized that, it was like, wow, here we go. Let's start this over. Let's choose to choose again. Let's start fresh. Let's learn from our past so that history does not have to repeat itself. And let's stay wide open to the abundance that is available and be that change. So that's really what, for me, the journey has offered, is a lifestyle. It is a beingness. And so I'm forever grateful. I look forward to the next opportunity where we all get to show up together. I look forward to discovering what in me still would like to heal. How can I be more at peace with me? And I got to say, the advanced skills are fantastic at tossing the apple cart over that I thought was all so neatly stacked and saying, you know what, there's more available, Bet. Just let go of your notion that you've got it together, that you're in control, that you're right, that it's somebody else's fault. It's a priceless life we get to lead, and I choose to lead this one as best as I know how, and I'm so grateful that there are other people wanting the same. So thank you for being a part of this fantastic community. And what I think we can do is, if you have any questions, then let's deal with those questions right now. And Mariam is here supporting us, and she can just highlight them, and then we can address them. And if there are no questions, then what I'll do is we'll do a mini process. So let's see if there's any questions to start. And I'm just going to catch up on some of these little posts here. And Coach Carolina, I think I mentioned this last time, we've asked the coaches to say coach and then their name, and a lot of people haven't identified themselves. So, huge gratitude to the coaches for being so subtle about the role you've played. You've melted right into the group. And so, it's been a beautiful experience having coaches support as well. So Coach Carolina says, that is my experience as well. Doors wide open and willingness to be together in truth, however that shows up. Yep. And it can get messy. It can be hilarious. I don't know. It's kind of being, high on life as opposed to high on anything else. So you're right. Doors wide open. Hearts wide open. So much more compassion for everybody. For everybody, no matter what choices they've made. There's so much more available, so much more empathy. And there's a clarity here that I didn't have before. It was like a ball of yarn, and I could not find the beginning of that string. And I understand a lot more about me and about humanity now than ever before. So again, more gratitude. Okay, so no questions? Are we all clear? Can't imagine it was that clear. Was it that clear? Perhaps. Okay, people want to process. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so let all that other stuff go. And let's just breathe. And if your feet aren't flat on the floor, let's do that. Just keep yourself anchored to this phenomenal planet. It's a full moon, man. It is a globe in the sky. Went for an evening walk, and it did not need a flashlight. So welcome that moon energy. As you stand connected to the earth and just stay wide open, doors wide open. And let that moon energy just heal anything and everything that's willing to be healed today. Let all the cells of your body just open up those little locks. Release any stored pain. And let that moon energy, and if it's daytime, let the sun energy come flooding through all the particles of your body. Releasing anything that's stuck and stored. Washing, hosing, vacuuming. And standing in whatever scene is in your imagination, just welcome a campfire right here. Knowing that the nature of this campfire is all healing, all happiness, bliss, forgiveness. It is everything available in those flames, healing, being burnt. All of life's experiences are welcome at this campfire. Knowing that the nature of the fire is ultimately healing, forgiving, loving. And just looking into the flames of the fire, and cast your memory back over the last 6-8 weeks. Who you believed yourself to be only 2 months ago. And welcome him or her to the campfire to sit with you and to just gaze into these flames. And as you would with a dear friend, just share with yourself, what are the different shifts that you are aware of What is available to you now that perhaps 2 months ago was not? And just dialogue back and forth naturally. What's gone on in the last 2 months of your life that you feel that you have shifted towards a more healed outcome? Just let this conversation flow naturally. What else have you realized? What else are you grateful for? What intentions had you set way back then, back in 2016? Intentions for the program, intentions for each module. We started with the physical. What was your intention for the physical module? Beautiful. Just continue this conversation. And what perhaps still needs to be healed in the physical realm of your body? And just put that to the side. Put that on the bench beside you. Something that you would still like to heal from a physical point of view. Beautiful. And then let the calendar again come into the emotional module. Remembering your intention for the emotional module. What healing took place emotionally for you? Celebrate that. Perhaps the emotions were not accessible to you before. Beautiful. And then again, if there's a little bit of healing that still wants to be healed and cleared in the emotional realm, just take that little nugget and put it beside you on your bench. Really honor these pieces that you would still like to clear. And then again, let the calendar shift and come into the beliefs module. What was the intention you had for your beliefs? What beliefs have been let go of? What are some core foundational valued beliefs that you've kept or newly adopted? Awesome. And again, if there are any residual beliefs that still you want to address, add that to the stuff on the bench. And then looking at the fears module. What was your intention for the fears module? What were some of your catastrophizing fears that paralyzed you and kept you stuck? Celebrate the growth. You busted through some of that stuff. You realize that there's some best things that can happen. Awesome. And again, if you still are aware of some fears, add that to the collection beside you. And the forgiveness module. That's a biggie. It's a culmination of all the other stuff all wrapped up into, okay, am I truly willing and able to forgive? And look and hear your intention for the forgiveness module. And really bow down to yourself for having the courage to forgive. It takes courage. It takes humility. It takes a ton of love, especially when we're invested in our stories. So huge gratitude to self for having the willingness to forgive. And maybe there's still some people or events that need and want to be forgiven, and just collect them up sacredly, because, man, these ones, they're going to free you up. And just add that to the bench. You got a little collection going on here. And let those modules step into the campfire. And just keep our last week's module, which is the advanced skills module. And then arrange whatever you put on your bench around the campfire in the light of forgiveness, in the light of healing, in the light of love. And just notice these residual intentions, these things that still want and need to be healed. Whatever they are, however many there may be. Know that these advanced skills will support you to go beyond staying stuck. Just step into the body and being of one of these unfinished, unhealed issues, and imagine what it would be like to be that person without condoning any abuse, not co-creating toxicity, but just imagine what it was like to be them in this story that is yet to be healed. And just feel what it's like to walk a day in their shoes. And then, if it feels appropriate, let them step into your body and being and feel what it's like to have been you at that time. Just notice if there's more empathy available for each of you, more compassion. And maybe just take a perspective of the situation and see if it's worth staying in conflict. And if you feel it's time to let go, truly let go, then each of you step out of each other. And get your mentor, if you don't have one already, invite your mentor, just say, to sweep you clean. Perhaps sweep the other clean. Right down to the level of other than consciousness. Down through the layers of the DNA. Toss stories, traumas, events, blockages into this campfire so that you can be swept clean, to be freed. Just feel how differently your body feels. Perfect. And know that this can go on. You'll have a chance to do a more thorough process later, and just cut any negative energetic cords between you and the other, between you and the situation, between you and perhaps negative, unhealthy beliefs. Whatever residual stuff you kept and put around this campfire, just cut the cords and send love and forgiveness to the ends of those cords. Freeing you, freeing them, freeing old beliefs, freeing some fears. Whatever it is that needs to be freed, just send it off to the universe. Beautiful. And then just check in your body again. See how much more room there is for awareness, consciousness, for the healthier, more, healing energies to flow through. Notice what it feels like to be less toxic, maybe toxic free. And if there were some teaching, some karmic teaching available to you, some lessons learned, a gift, what would be the gift that you could imagine coming from what was a stressful situation before? What did you learn? What did it teach you? Maybe it was to pay attention to your body. Perhaps to honor your emotions. Perhaps the karmic lesson is to distinguish and discern between fear versus danger, and to stop catastrophizing. Maybe it's to revamp your entire belief system. Whatever it is, it's perfect for you. So welcome the teaching. And then give yourself an Academy Award and the other person an Academy Award for being the best, whatever they were, whatever you were. Awesome. And then just survey all those little bits that you put on the bench beside you. Just notice if they've morphed into something healthier, if they've, integrated into the campfire. Just notice if there's a shift and a change, even with this little tiny mini process. Is there more willingness to face the stuff that perhaps before you were adamant about not forgiving, not addressing, not healing from? Do you feel now that there's some room to be able to move forward more healthfully? And then looking at your mentor, is there any advice that your mentor would like to share with you? Is there a celebration of truth that your mentor wants you to acknowledge about self, about life? And so just turning towards your mentor and receive that gift from your mentor, whatever it might be, words, pictures, your Academy Award, a cord cut, whatever it is, it's exactly what is needed right now. Beautiful. And then bringing the younger you from 2 months ago into this awareness piece, and allow the younger you to grow up with all of these changes already a part of you so that you morph into this one present day you and celebrate. Celebrate your willingness, the shifts. And if you could whisper out, what are you grateful for now? So that life can hear your celebration. What is available to you now that will change how you show up in your life? What clarity is here for perhaps doing something in service for humanity's healing? What are you passionate about? What is your purpose? That you may realize even just a shadow of it, or maybe it's in full-blown technicolor. Beautiful. And then make a decision. Make a decision right here, right now. What is it that you want from here forward? Just make a clear and concise decision that you are going to, whatever that is, heal from something, forgive someone, move forward in life, whatever it is. And make that commitment and feel what that commitment feels like in your body. Listen to your gut. Does it feel on target? Does it inspire you? And then step into the future you a day from now with this decision and this commitment already a part of you. And feel what it's like to be you moving on that path of change. Breathe as you're breathing. And stepping into the consciousness of you a week from now, and feel what it's like 7 days of moving in this direction, whatever that choice has been. Give yourself whatever accolades you need to stay status quo on this path of your choice that you feel is a nurturing path. Beautiful. And a month from now, stepping into the consciousness of you 1 full month from now, and feel what it's like to be you. Who are you hanging out with? If we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with, what conscious company have you chosen to surround yourself in? Awesome. Okay, stepping into the consciousness of you 6 months from now, and feel what it's like. Breathe as you're breathing 6 months from now. What's different? What is available to you here now? Because you were courageous enough to make that decision, to step forward, to own your own healing. 6 full months. Perfect. Okay, so one more step. Stepping into the consciousness and breathing as you're breathing into the future you 1 full year from now. Time is just a concept. So, what's it like to be you in your world 1 full year from now? Again, just take a review. Look at your physical health. Check your emotional wellness. Take a read on the amount of fear that you're living in. Has it decreased considerably? Look at your belief systems. Have they been cleaned up so that now you believe your beliefs? How about forgiveness? A year from now, how simple has forgiveness come through you? Beautiful. And celebrate this you. And pull up all of those energies, all of those shifts and changes, and make them a part consciously of how you choose to step forward. And just whisper out to yourself, how does it feel to be you? How does it feel? And then thanking your mentor with all your heart, knowing that at any time, any moment, you can connect, be guided, celebrate together. Okay, and then bringing your awareness back to yourself in your chair or your couch or wherever you're seated. And taking a nice deep breath in, pulling in that moon energy if it's night, or sun energy if it's day. And letting those energies anchor you, keeping you a part of this universal experience. Feeling your feet on the floor, your body in your chair. And taking a nice deep breath in. And letting it out. And then softly, gently, when you're ready, you can open your eyes again. So, what does it feel like to have gone through physical healing, emotional healing, your fears, your beliefs, forgiveness, and your advanced skills? What is available to you now because you had that courage? Look at the friendships that have been built within this amazing community. As I think I said at the beginning, these are friends for life. These are people who, they get it. They want the highest and deepest healing for you too. They want the highest and deepest healing for themselves. And, that is a friendship worth nurturing. So I know that we still have time in this module and in the course, and you have until the end of this month to download anything and everything you need to. So please stay actively engaged in our communities. Please make that commitment to have that free coaching call so that you can see the growth, with someone else's perspective on the changes that they can see just by listening to you and by giving you that personal attention and by looking at the differences between the before and after shot in your assessments. And then consider more advanced courses so that you can continue to live within this community that really does want healing personally and for humanity. So I can see that there's a question. So it says you offer the sessions to your clients online via Skype, etc. as well, right? Not just this JMO course. Yes. Coaches, yes, I do. And all the coaches offer sessions. And so that's something that we can also look at making available through the Journey Method Online program is coach sessions. But absolutely, somebody's got their eyes closed, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to go face to face. And you just sort out the time zones, depends on who you'd like to work with. And then you do the clearing. Yeah, Skype is an amazing way to do it, and phones are also very effective. So absolutely. Okay, so is that, I think that's everything. Mariam, is there anything else that we need to remember to say on this 6th call? Other than I know that you've posted the link for the membership site for next steps, and I think I explained that. That's when you go to the Advanced Skills Week, and you click on and you go to the little tab that says Finished, and then there's tiny little print. I need bigger print apparently. That says Blink, and it's an active link in blue. It says something Next Steps, so you can figure that out too. So you're welcome. I think that's our call. So huge gratitude. You guys will be forever locked in my gratitude of life list, because you have been incredibly supportive of me as well, and it's priceless. You know, being able to be supportive and be supported. That's what I want in life. That's what I want for everybody. That people realize they're not alone. That this sense of belonging is available, and it is very much welcome. So huge gratitude from me to you for being so amazing at making a global platform so exquisitely beautiful. And huge gratitude to the coaches, and to Aiki, and to Mariam, and to the whole Journey Method Online team from behind the scenes. They've worked their off to make all of this flow so beautifully. And again, huge gratitude to Kevin and Brandon for having the vision, the courage, stamina, and as Carolina said, you know, the door is wide open to sharing these skills so that everybody that learns of this has the choice to live a life in complete freedom. And again, continue with whatever other modalities support you. Continue using the medical field if that's your need. And really, these skills are universal. So thank you for being willing to try them and to test the waters, so to speak. And Neva says, I did not have a chance to finish all the modules. Until when do I have to finish them? So the end of this month, you have a chance to access the material, and then the material needs to be removed because we have the Journey Method Online number 2 starting, and they need to start fresh just like you did. So that material needs to be removed. So make sure you download it all, and stay current with yourself in life, and perhaps choose to stay engaged in the Coming Home platform. And I'll see you there if you do. And you know what? We'll see you on Facebook. And I'm really grateful for the initiative to create a swap list, online version, e-swap list, because usually that's done at a live event where, you know, the names are exchanged and people stay current. So anything it takes for you to be able to get happier, to get healthier, I'm in. So good for you. Huge love, and I hope to meet you in person, and definitely, hopefully, to stay connected online. So huge love from our family, and Canada says hello and come visit. Until then, bye for now.